Hello everyone, and welcome to the next episode of our interactive music series. Today we're going to explore one of the most fun and creative tools offered by Google, Chrome Music Lab. We'll open our browser, type Chrome Music Lab into the search bar, and click on the first result. Here we have a variety of colorful and interesting music experiments. From here, you can access many tools, like Songmaker to create your own compositions, or Kandinsky, which turns your drawings into sound. But our topic for today is this one right here, Voice Spinner. Voice Spinner allows you to play with your voice by spinning it like a record. When we click the question mark in the top right, it explains it simply. Record your voice and spin it like a record player, slow, fast, forward, or backward to hear how it affects the sound. Let's do our first test. I'll press and hold the microphone icon in the center to record a short melody. And that's it! Our sound wave is right in the middle. Now I'll spin it at a normal speed with my mouse to listen to what I recorded.
La-da-dum, la-da-da-da-dum, la-da-dum, la-da-da-da-dum, la-da-dum, la-da-da-da-dum, la-da-dum, la-da-da-da-dum, la-da-dum, la-da-da-da-dum, la-da-dum, la-da-da-da-dum.
Now it's time for some magic. I'll spin it quickly with my mouse to speed up the sound. Look how the pitch gets higher.
La-da-da-da-dum, la-da-da-da-dum, la-da-dum, la-da-da-da-dum.
Now I'll slow it down, and the sound gets deeper. You can even create a scratch effect, just like a DJ. And what if we spin it in the opposite direction? Here's our recording played in reverse. Sounds so different. Let's continue with a clearer example. This time I'll hold down the microphone and say, Chrome Music Lab. Let's listen to the recording at normal speed, now in reverse, and now sped up.
Music Lab. Home Music Lab. Home Music Lab. Home Music Lab.
Home Music Lab. Home Music Lab. Home Music Lab. Home Music Lab. Home Music Lab. Home Music Lab. Home Music Lab.
Home Music Lab. Home Music Lab.
Home Music Lab. Home Music Lab.
Valgazim. 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 Valgazim.
Valgazim. Valgazim. Valgazim. Valgazim. Valgazim. Valgazim.
Home Music. Home Music Lab. Home Music. Home Music
Lab. Home Music Lab. Home Music
Lab.
Home Music Lab.
Home Music.
Home Music Lab. Home Music Lab. Home Music Lab. Home Music Lab. Home Music.
Valgazim.
Valgazim. Valgazim. Valgazim.
Valgazim.
Valgazim.
Valgazim.
You've just made a remix with your own voice in seconds. Different sounds give different results. This time I'm recording a longer, nonsensical sound. It's much more fun to play with this sound wave. By spinning it at different speeds and in different directions, you can create completely unique sound effects. Yes, what you can do with Chrome Music Lab's Voice Spinner tool is entirely up to your imagination. Hello music lovers, we're continuing our Chrome Music Lab series, where music and science intertwine. Today we're going to discover one of the most fundamental principles of music, the mathematics behind strings. Without wasting any time, let's open our browser and type in Chrome Music Lab to enter the world of experiments. On the Chrome Music Lab homepage, you'll find many different creative tools. If we scroll down a bit, you'll see our topic for today, the strings experiment. Let's click on it and jump right in. What we have here is a simple yet powerful interface, strings of different lengths. When we click the question mark in the top right corner, we learn the secret of this experiment. This experiment lets you explore the natural mathematical relationship between a string's length and its pitch. For example, the second string is half the length of the first, and it plays the same note an octave higher. Now let's test that. I'll touch the longest string on the far left, and now I'll touch the one that's half its length. Did you hear that 1 octave difference? This is a fundamental rule of physics in music. The shorter the string, the faster it vibrates, and the higher the pitch of the sound it produces. Once we understand this simple rule, we can now create our own melodies. By dragging the mouse across the strings, we can play a simple arpeggio or a chord. Look, by touching different strings one after another, we can create such a calming and pleasant melody. You can not only touch the strings but also move the mouse up and down to create different rhythms and timbres. This is completely up to your imagination. Each string acts like a different note on an instrument, and this is where the beauty of Chrome Music Lab really shines. What we're actually doing right now is turning complex physics concepts like frequencies and harmonics into a visual and auditory game. This way, anyone can easily understand the fundamental building blocks of music. So with the strings experiment, we've seen a hands-on demonstration of how a string's length affects its sound. You can also visit Chrome Music Lab to try this and many other amazing experiments for yourself. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. If you enjoyed this fun experiment and want to see more interactive content like this, don't miss out on other content on our channel and more to come. Hello everyone! In this episode of our Chrome Music Lab series, where we explore the wonderful world of music and science, we're going to see what sound actually looks like. Let's open our browser, go to Chrome Music Lab, and enter the experiments page. On the main page, we'll scroll down a bit to find our experiment for today, sound waves, and click on it. In front of us, we see thousands of blue dots connected to a piano. These represent air molecules. When we press a piano key, we can clearly see how the sound pushes and pulls these molecules, creating a wave. If we click the magnifying glass icon on the bottom right, we can track the back and forth movement of a single molecule with a red line. We can track the back and forth movement of a single molecule with a red line. Now, let's play a simple scale on the piano. You can see that each note creates a different vibration, meaning a different sound wave. Low notes, low frequency, cause the molecules to move slower and over a wider range, while high notes, high frequency, make the molecules vibrate much faster and more tightly. When we look with the magnifying glass, we can see how frequently the red line oscillates for high notes and how slowly and widely it moves for low notes. This is the relationship between pitch and frequency. With this tool, you can observe not only single notes but also the complex wave patterns created by playing multiple notes at once. You can discover how sound transforms into a visual harmony by playing your own little melodies. And there you have it. The Sound Waves experiment shows us the invisible world of sound in an incredibly simple and understandable way. You can visit Chrome Music Lab to try this and many other amazing tools for yourself. Hello and welcome! We're continuing our series combining music and science with Chrome Music Lab. Let's open our browser, type in Chrome Music Lab, and head over to the main experiments page. Today, we're going to explore the hidden layers of sound, harmonics. We'll scroll down the page to find the harmonics experiment and click to enter. Here we see vibrating strings. The question mark in the top right explains the core principle. The harmonic series is a set of frequencies with a simple relationship, twice as fast, 3 times as fast, 4 times as fast, and so on. Musical intervals emerge from this natural phenomenon. The string on the far left represents the fundamental frequency, the main note. Now let's touch these strings and listen to the sounds. See, I'm playing the main note on the far left. Now I'll touch the second one. This frequency is twice as fast and is exactly 1 octave higher. The third, fourth, and fifth give us the essential notes of a major chord. These sounds are part of a harmony that already exists in nature. By dragging your mouse across the strings, you can play this harmonic series like an arpeggio. Each string is like a different timbre, a different color, added on top of the fundamental note to enrich the sound. A single note you hear from an instrument is actually composed of a combination of these harmonics. This experiment wonderfully demonstrates why music is a universal language. Octaves, chords, and musical harmony are essentially the reflections of mathematics and physics in sound. Thanks to this simple yet effective tool, you can discover this magical structure behind sound for yourself. Hello everyone. Welcome to our Chrome Music Lab series, where we make music theory fun. Today we're going to explore chords, the emotional foundation of music. Let's open our browser and go to Chrome Music Lab. On the experiments page, we'll scroll down a bit to find our tool for today, the chords experiment, and click on it. Here we have a simple piano keyboard. When we click the question mark in the top right, it gives us the basic info. A basic chord is made up of 3 notes. You can click or press any key to play a chord that starts on that note. By default, we're in major mode. Major chords generally sound happy, cheerful, and bright. Let's move across the keyboard and hear just how lively and positive these chords feel. Each key gives us a perfect major chord. Now it's time to change the mood of the music. We'll slide the switch at the bottom from major to minor. Minor chords, on the other hand, typically create a sadder, more thoughtful, and melancholic atmosphere. Let's press the same keys now. You can instantly feel the emotional difference, right? Our happy melody suddenly became more introspective. This tool doesn't just play chords all at once. By pressing and holding the mouse on a key, you can also hear the notes of the chord one by one, which is called an arpeggio. First, let's listen to the mysterious vibe of these minor arpeggios. Now let's switch back to major and do the same thing. Even the arpeggios have suddenly brightened up and become cheerful. This is where the magic of music lies. By changing just a single note, you can shift the entire feeling of a composition from happy to sad. This simple tool is a fantastic way to understand this fundamental difference between major and minor chords. You can create your own little chord progressions to explore the emotional power of music. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the fascinating world of Chrome Music Lab. Today we're going to explore oscillators, the fundamental building blocks of all digital sounds. Let's open our browser and head straight to Chrome Music Lab. On the experiments page, we'll scroll down a bit to find our topic for today, the Oscillators tool, and click on it. This cute green square character we see actually represents a square wave oscillator. By moving the mouse up and down, we change the frequency of the sound, which is its pitch, how high or low it is. The frequency value, in Hertz, is updated in real time in the code below. Let's switch to different waveforms by clicking the arrow on the right. This yellow character is the sawtooth wave. It sounds brighter and a bit harsher, doesn't it? When we click the question mark, it gives us the basic info. An oscillator makes sound by vibrating at a steady rate, known as its frequency. Clicking left again takes us back to the square wave. And one more click to the left brings us to the triangle wave. This sound has a softer and rounder tone compared to the square and sawtooth waves. It's reminiscent of classic video game sounds. Finally, by clicking left one more time, we get to the sine wave. This is the most fundamental and purest sound wave. It has a smooth and soft sound with no extra overtones. It often reminds us of instruments like a flute. Now, let's go back to the square wave. Let's switch over to the sawtooth wave again. Can you hear the difference in timbre between the different waveforms? They are all playing the same note, but their characters are completely different. Now for the triangle wave. And back to the sine wave. This simple experiment demonstrates the very basics of sound synthesis. Different wave shapes are the color palette of music and sound design. Square, sawtooth, triangle, and sine. Each one creates a different feeling and texture. If you enjoyed this fun experiment and would like to see more interactive content like this to give you new insights, check out what else we have on our channel. Hello musicians and music lovers. Welcome back to our series where we combine creativity with music in Chrome Music Lab. Today we're going to explore the heartbeat of music, rhythm. Let's start by opening our browser and searching for Chrome Music Lab. From the experiments on the main page, we're clicking on our tool for today, rhythm. We're greeted by these cute drumming monkeys. When we click the question mark in the top right, it gives us the basic info. Rhythms are patterns of sound in time. The most common rhythms repeat every 4 beats, but you are free to build your own. In this tool, different characters represent different percussion kits. The monkeys offer us sounds like congas in a triangle. Let's click the arrow on the right to see the other kits. The blue monsters provide a standard drum kit, kick, snare, hi-hat. The horned blue creatures play wooden percussions, woodblock clave. And the red birds give us Latin percussions. Now let's create our first rhythm. We'll start with the monkeys. We place the beats by clicking on the grid below. Each row represents a different instrument, and the columns represent time. Let's start with a simple conga rhythm and add some triangles. It's that easy. Now let's switch to the standard drum kit and write a classic beat. We can create a familiar rock-pop rhythm by adding bass kicks on the bottom row, snares in the middle, and hi-hats on top. Let's continue with the next character. With these wooden sounds, we can create a different, more ethnic rhythm. You can see how placing the beats in different spots instantly changes the feel of the music. Finally, let's create an energetic rhythm with the Latin percussion kit. By adding beats to the different drums and the cowbell, we get a lively tune. We can fill up every instrument to build a rich rhythm. Now let's listen to all the rhythms we've created back to back and enjoy our private concert from these characters. And that's it! Creating your own beats with Chrome Music Lab Rhythm is both super easy and a lot of fun. Hello music lovers and musicians. Welcome back to our Chrome Music Lab series where we merge music and technology. Today, we'll be exploring the Arpeggios tool, a fun way to discover chords and melodies. As always, we'll start by searching for Chrome Music Lab to get to the main page. And from the experiments, we'll click on the Arpeggios tool. We are greeted by a colorful wheel of notes. Clicking the question mark in the top right gives us the basics. An arpeggio is a chord played one note at a time. This tool lets you play major and minor chords in different patterns. Let's explore the major chords by clicking the colors on the outer ring of the wheel. C, G, D, A. Each color represents a different major chord and visually shows the arpeggio it plays on the bars above. Now, let's press the play button in the center. While the music flows, we can create our own composition by clicking on different chords. See how smooth and pleasant the transitions between chords are. We can also switch to minor chords by clicking the inner ring of the wheel. Let's stop the music. Let's create a familiar tune by playing one of the most popular chord progressions. C major, G major, A minor, and F major, one after another. It sounds great. can change the instrument sound by clicking the piano icon in the bottom left. The default sound is a harp, and by clicking the icon, we can switch to a piano sound. The same melody takes on a completely different vibe with a different instrument. Now, let's change the way the arpeggio is played. With the arrows on the sides, we can switch between different patterns. We can add variety to our music by making the notes play up and down, or in a random order. By clicking the metronome icon in the bottom right, we can adjust the tempo, which is the speed of the music. It's entirely up to us whether we want to create a slow and emotional melody or a fast and energetic one. Now let's combine everything we've learned. Enjoy creating your own unique composition with different chords, playing patterns, instrument sounds, and tempo settings. And just like that, learning about chords and arpeggios, the cornerstones of music theory, is both super easy and a lot of fun with Chrome Music Lab Arpeggios. To get the most out of our training sessions and fully grasp the concepts, we strongly recommend watching each video from start to finish without skipping any parts. We also encourage you to explore both our previously published content and the exciting new videos coming soon. Hello and welcome to the world of interactive music with Melody Maker. To start this creative journey, open your browser and type Chrome Music Lab into the search bar to enter Google's Music Laboratory. We're clicking on the first result, the Chrome Music Lab link. In this colorful and fun world that appears, we find the experiment called Melody Maker and click on it. Here is the blank canvas of Melody Maker. You can think of this as your digital sheet music. By clicking the question mark in the top right, we can see the basics. The horizontal axis represents time, which is the flow of the melody, while the vertical axis represents the pitch of the notes, how high or low they are. Now for the most enjoyable part. We start adding our notes by clicking on the squares in the grid. Each click adds a new sound to our melody. Notice how notes at different pitches appear in different colors. Let's make a simple start by adding a few more notes. There's no right or wrong, just place them as you feel. Let's see how our first creation sounds. Press the large play button at the bottom to listen to our melody. Didn't like a note? No problem at all. You can easily delete it by clicking on it again. Want to move it somewhere else? Just delete and re-click in the new spot. You can create simple chords by adding more than one note in the same column. Listen to how they create a richer sound by playing at the same time. Now, let's create a slightly more complex structure. By adding notes at different points in time, we're creating a sense of rhythm and flow. Remember, there is no right or wrong here. It's all up to your imagination. Don't hesitate to experiment until you find the sounds that please your ear. If you want to change the tempo or speed of your melody, you can slide the runner icon at the bottom to the left or right. See, when we lower the tempo, it gets a slower, more emotional vibe. And when we speed it up, it turns into a more energetic and cheerful melody. The same notes can create completely different feelings at different tempos. Now let's explore a bit more. You can create stair-like structures or arpeggios by arranging notes in ascending or descending order. This adds a sense of movement to the melody. Think of it like different instrument groups. You can create a bass line with low notes, place the main melody in the middle section, and add high notes on top to accompany it. Don't forget that music is not just about notes. The empty spaces, or rests, are just as important. Leaving gaps between notes can make your rhythm more interesting and give your melody room to breathe. Now, let's create repeating patterns or motifs. You can take a short musical idea and repeat it in different parts of the melody to give your piece a sense of unity and catchiness. And here, we are combining all these techniques to create a richer, more layered piece. You can see how much it evolves by starting with a simple idea and continuously adding new elements on top of it. Hello and welcome to a new episode of our interactive music series. This time, we're diving deeper into the world of music with piano roll. As always, we begin our adventure by opening our web browser and typing Chrome Music Lab into the search bar. From the search results that appear, we click the Chrome Music Lab link to reach the main page. We scroll down the page through the various experiments offered by Chrome Music Lab until we find Piano Roll. This tool is a fantastic starting point for visually understanding the structure of music. Let's click on it, and here is the Piano Roll interface. As you can see, we are greeted with a preloaded piece of music. This is one of the most fundamental interfaces used in digital music production. Let's learn about the inspiration for this tool by clicking the question mark in the top right. Piano roll is inspired by the perforated paper rolls that were fed into old self-playing mechanical pianos. Each hole represented a note. This digital version operates on the same principle. Let's take a look at the controls at the bottom of the interface. In the center, there's a button to play and pause the track. The arrows on either side allow us to switch between different preset music pieces. At the very bottom, there are icons to change the instrument sound. Now, let's listen to our first piece with the default piano sound. Observe how the notes flow from left to right and how different colors represent different pitches. This visual flow allows us to see the melody, harmony, and rhythm of the music all at once. Let's listen to the track one more time to better understand its layers. The long lines represent long notes, while the short ones show short notes. The notes stacked on top of each other create chords, which are sounds played simultaneously. Now, let's change the mood of the music. By clicking the waveform icon in the middle, let's select the synthesizer sound. Isn't it amazing how the same notes can take on a completely different atmosphere with this electronic timbre? This is the quality of music known as timbre. Let's switch back to the piano sound and press the right arrow key to move to the next track. Piano roll offers examples from different genres and classical pieces. The melodic structure and rhythm of this new piece are quite different from the previous one. Let's move on to the next track. This one has a simpler and more memorable melody. Simple structures like this can be a great source of inspiration for those new to composing. Look, in this piece, our default instrument has changed. Instead of the piano icon, we see a synthetic woodwind sound. Let's listen with this sound. The melody sounds reminiscent of a flute or clarinet. Now let's switch to the second synthetic sound for this track by clicking the wave icon in the middle. This sound has a softer, more resonant character. It's incredible to see how much the choice of instrument can change the emotional impact of a piece. Let's explore the next track. This piece has a more complex and multi-layered structure. You can observe how different melodic lines interact with each other to form a cohesive whole. We've arrived at our last preset piece. It's a calm and peaceful melody. First, let's listen to it with the default synthetic woodwind sound. Now, let's feel the difference by listening to the same melody with the other synthetic sound by clicking the wave icon. Piano roll not only lets you listen to music, but also allows you to think like an arranger, experimenting with different instrument combinations. Now that we've explored the piano roll, let's press the back button in the top left to return to the main menu. With this fantastic tool, you can analyze the works of famous composers or find inspiration for your own compositions. Hello and welcome to a new chapter of our interactive music series. This time, we're diving deeper into the world of sound with Spectrogram. As always, we begin our adventure by opening our web browser and typing Chrome Music Lab into the search bar. From the search results that appear, we click the Chrome Music Lab link to reach the main page of Google's creative music platform. Scrolling down the homepage, we find the Spectrogram tool among the various fascinating experiments, which visualizes the frequencies of sound. Let's click on it. Here is the Spectrogram interface. This black screen is essentially a canvas where we can draw a picture of sound. Along the bottom, there's a row of icons representing different sound sources. First, let's find out what it does. By clicking the question mark in the top right, we learn that a spectrogram is a picture of sound. It shows us the frequencies, from low to high, and how those frequencies change over time. Let's start by trying the microphone icon. This mode visualizes the sounds around you or your own voice. As you speak or make a noise, you can see the trace your sound waves leave on the screen. Now, let's switch to the drawing mode by clicking the finger icon. Here, you can draw your own sound by moving your finger or mouse across the screen. By drawing different shapes, you can create completely unique sounds. Now, let's examine the preset sound sources. We'll select the flute icon. Listen, on the spectrogram, you can clearly see the clean, distinct fundamental frequency of the flute and its fainter harmonics or overtones above it. Our next instrument is the harp. When the harp plays, we can see the visual representation of the arpeggios, formed by notes being played one after another quickly. The vibration of each string leaves its own unique trace on the spectrogram. The next icon is a whistling sound. You can see how pure the sound produced by whistling is, concentrated in a single frequency band. The rises and falls in the melody correspond perfectly with the movement of the bright line on the spectrogram. Now, let's listen to a powerful brass instrument, the trombone. The trombone's characteristic slides and rich harmonic structure create a more complex and layered visual spectacle on the screen. It's rhythm time. We're clicking the drum machine icon. The sounds of percussive instruments like the kick, snare, and hi-hats appear as short, sudden, vertical bursts of energy on the spectrogram. Low-end kicks appear at the bottom, while high-frequency cymbals are visible at the top. A sound from nature, birds chirping. Thanks to this visualization, we can clearly understand how complex and rapid the frequency changes in bird songs are. Each chirp creates a unique pattern on the screen. Let's get a bit nostalgic and listen to the sound of a dial-up modem. You can see that this iconic digital sound consists of signals shifting between specific frequencies and how visually regular this pattern is. Finally, the sound of a wine glass. The magical, continuous, and resonant sound produced by rubbing a finger around the rim of a glass is visualized here, showing how closely it resembles a pure sine wave. Now, let's return to the drawing mode. You can add a vibrato effect to the sound by drawing wavy shapes, not just straight lines. Every movement of your hand is instantly transformed into sound. This is one of the most fundamental and fun ways to synthesize sound. You can compare the visual fingerprints of different sound sources by listening to them again. Every sound has its own unique frequency structure and identity, and that's how simple and fascinating the visible form of sound is. With the spectrogram experiment, we've explored the science behind sound. Hello and welcome to a new episode of our interactive music series. In this video, we'll be taking a deep dive into Shared Piano from Chrome Music Lab, a fantastic tool that lets you make music collaboratively in real time. As always, we begin our adventure by opening our web browser and typing Chrome Music Lab into the search bar. From the search results, we click on the Chrome Music Lab address to land on the home page. And from here, we'll select the Shared Piano experiment. And here we are at the Shared Piano interface. A clean, digital piano is ready to be played. To understand the full potential of this tool, let's first explore its features by clicking the Help menu in the top right corner. Section explains that this is a simple tool for remote music teaching and collaboration. The How Do I Play section tells us we can play using a computer keyboard, mouse, or a MIDI keyboard. The How Do I Play using my computer keyboard section includes a very useful diagram showing that the middle row of letters on your keyboard corresponds to the white keys and the top row corresponds to the black keys. Under the heading, How to Play the Drums, we can learn which keys correspond to different drum sounds, such as kick, snare, or cymbal, when a drum instrument is selected. The Help menu also provides many technical details, such as how to improve latency and how to save and share your songs. Now, let's go into the Settings menu in the bottom right. We can change the Note Names option to Show, which will display the name of each note on the keyboard as we play. This is a great feature for music learners. Let's also change the octaves setting from Auto to 8 to fit the full range of the piano onto our screen. Look how the keyboard expands. Now we're ready to play. We can start playing notes by clicking the keys with the mouse. You'll notice each note appears with a different color and a cute animal emoji representing the player. The main purpose of this tool is to invite others using the copy link and make music at the same time. When different people join, everyone's notes would appear with these different emojis, allowing you to track who's playing what. Even though I'm alone in the room right now, these emojis demonstrate how the feature works. Now, let's try out the different instrument sounds. We'll click the instrument menu at the bottom, currently on piano, and select woodwind. The timbre of the same notes has completely changed to a synthetic flute-like sound. Next up is strings. Our melody instantly takes on a more cinematic and emotional quality. When we select marimba, we hear the warm and pleasant tones of a wooden percussion instrument. Each instrument brings a whole new character to the same melody. Now let's turn the keyboard into a rhythm tool. The drum machine option gives us electronic drum sounds. Drum Kit, on the other hand, emulates the sounds of an acoustic drum set. You can create your own beats with different keys. Finally, the synth option provides a palette of modern, electronic sounds. This sound creates great effects, especially with long, sliding notes. Let's switch back to the piano sound and do a little improvisation. It's so much fun to create an instant composition by bringing different melodies and chords together. To make this short piece permanent, we press the Save button in the bottom right corner. We can then copy the unique link that pops up to share it with anyone. To see what this link does, let's click Open in New tab. In the new tab, we can see a recording of everything I just played being played back automatically. This is a fantastic way to save and share your musical performance. You can return to the live session by clicking the Back to Live button. There's no limit to the musical collaborations you can create with this amazing tool. Hello and welcome to a new episode of our interactive music series. In this episode, we'll explore Kandinsky, a fascinating tool that instantly turns your drawings into music. As always, we begin by opening our web browser and typing Chrome Music Lab into the search bar. We click on the correct site from the search results to land on the Chrome Music Lab homepage. And from here, we select the Kandinsky experiment. Here we are, faced with Kandinsky's blank canvas. To fully understand what this tool does, let's first click the question mark icon in the top right corner. The window that opens explains that this experiment turns any line, circle, triangle, or scribble into sound. It's inspired by the famous painter Wassily Kandinsky's belief in the relationship between colors and sounds. Now, let's start experimenting. We'll use our mouse to draw horizontal lines across the canvas. The vertical position of the line determines the pitch of the sound. Lines at the top produce higher notes, while lines at the bottom create lower notes. After creating a short melody, we can listen to our composition by pressing the play button in the middle. If there's a note we don't like, we can easily remove it by right-clicking on it. And when we want to start over, the reset button in the top left corner completely clears the canvas. So, what do different shapes do? Let's draw a square. See, squares produce a choral, human voice-like paw sound. Now let's create a composition with different shapes. We add a rich layer of sound by incorporating a few squares, some lines, and triangles. Each shape adds its own unique character to the piece. Let's clear the canvas again and change the color palette this time. When we select green, we can hear that the lines we draw sound like a flute. Let's add a percussive rhythm to our composition with a few triangles. Triangles represent drum sounds. When we switch the color palette to orange, the sound of the instruments changes instantly. Our lines now sound like a string instrument, such as a cello, and the triangles produce a deeper percussive tone. And when we draw circles, we hear distinct vocal sounds. Now, let's combine everything we've learned to create a more complex piece. We'll select the purple palette. Let's draw a treble clef on the left, add shapes representing different notes next to it, and triangles for rhythm. We'll enrich our composition with various lines and scribbles. When we press play, we can hear how our visual artwork transforms into a living melody. In short, Chrome Music Lab Kandinsky is a wonderful playground where lines become melodies, triangles become rhythms, circles become vocals, and colors change the instruments. Don't hesitate to experiment and create your own musical paintings. Hello and welcome to a new episode of our Creative Music series. In this video, we'll explore Song Maker, one of Chrome Music Lab's most beloved tools that lets you easily compose your own music. As always, we begin by opening our browser, searching for Chrome Music Lab, navigating to the main page, and clicking on the Song Maker experiment, which features a pixelated face. Here is the Song Maker interface. A large grid welcomes us. The top section is designed for melody, and the bottom section is for rhythm. Let's take a quick look at the tool's features by clicking the About menu in the top right. Here, we learn that we can add notes by clicking the grid, share our song with a link, and even use a MIDI keyboard or microphone. Now, let's explore the Settings menu in the bottom right. From here, we can change the song's length, beats per bar, scale, and octave range. These settings allow us to build the fundamental structure of our composition. Let's create our first melody. We add notes by clicking the squares on the grid with the mouse. As you can see, the notes get higher as we go up and lower as we go down. Let's make a simple scale progression. Let's try different sounds from the instrument menu in the bottom left. After the default marimba sound, we select piano. Now we listen to the rich tone of strings followed by the soft sound of woodwind, and finally an electronic vibe with synth. We can adjust the speed of our song with the tempo slider at the bottom. See how the melody speeds up as we increase the tempo. Let's return to the default speed of 120 BPM. Now, let's add some rhythm to our composition. We'll use the 2-row rhythm section at the bottom. The bottom row usually represents the bass drum kick, and the top row represents the snare. Let's create a simple rhythm pattern and listen to it with our melody. From the Settings menu, let's explore different melodic possibilities by changing the scale to pentatonic and increasing the range to 3 octaves. Now, let's select the chromatic scale to unlock all the notes. This allows us to create much richer and more complex melodies. One of SongMaker's most fun features is the microphone input. After clicking the mic icon in the bottom right and granting permission, you can sing notes directly onto the grid. This is a fantastic way to instantly transfer a melody from your mind to the digital canvas. Now, using all these tools, we can create a complete composition. We bring together the main melody, harmony, and rhythm layers to build our own unique song. You can undo any mistake with the Undo button. When our song is finished, we click the Save button in the bottom right. We can share our composition with anyone by copying the link that appears. Or we can download it to our computer as a download WAV audio file or as download MIDI note data. Let's open the downloaded WAV file on the desktop with a media player and have a listen. Here is our very own composition. As you can see, Songmaker is both a fun toy and a powerful composition tool. You can create wonderful melodies using your imagination. If you enjoyed this fun experiment and would like to see more interactive content like this to give you new insights, check out what else we have on our channel. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell to get notifications for new videos. See you again soon, and thanks for watching.